Hey, fourth graders. So, lesson 8.6 isn't anything new, really. It's just talking about real world situations where you could use angles. So, we're just going to do a few examples, and then I am going to help you on the homework because it's just a lot of words, and I want to be able to help you through it. So, for example, on this one, in the roof framework shown, the measure of one angle is 80. What is the measure of the unknown angle? So you might be thinking, well, it only gives us one angle. I don't know this entire thing, so how would I do it? But this is a straight angle. Whenever you have a straight line like that, remember that a straight angle is 180 degrees. So if we then know that the smaller one is 80, we can subtract to get the question mark or the unknown angle. So 0 minus 0 is 0, 8 minus 8 is 0, 1. It's 100 degrees. What about here? When different items are poured, they form a pile in the shape of a cone. The diagram shows a pile of sand. What is the angle the sand makes with the ground? So pretty much it's asking what is this angle right here, which we know the whole thing is 180. And we know this angle is 146 is what they just told us. So we're going to subtract. I need to borrow here. Use a different pen to show you what I'm doing. It's going to become a 7, and that is going to be a 10. 10 minus 6 is 4. 7 minus 4 is 3. 1 minus 1 is 0. So 34 degrees. 34. All right, and that's actually all the examples I'm going to show you because I'm just trying to show you how we can use these angles if we're trying to find things in real life, like if you were playing a game of pool or if you were trying to figure out how much you recline in an angle on a recliner chair. But it's all stuff that you already know. Okay, so go ahead and get out your homework. It's 8.6 homework. Please don't let all of the words intimidate you. I'm going to work through these with you. So suppose you are bicycling along a straight road that suddenly starts sloping up a hill. Here's our picture. You want to know what the angle measure of the slope is, but you can't measure inside the hill. All right, so what is the angle of the slope on the hill shown? So we know that this entire angle is 180 degrees. It is a straight angle. And we know that this smaller amount is 164. So then we're trying to figure out what this one is. So we're just going to do 180 minus 164. So I'm going to have to borrow. My 8 is going to become a 7. My 0 is a 10. 10 minus 4 is 6. 7 minus 6 is 1. So 16 degrees. So you can just put 16 degrees. Okay, this one's kind of worded weird, but we'll just try to follow it. On the clock face shown at the right, draw clock hands to show the times 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock. So here's my 3 o'clock. And then here's my 5 o'clock. And it warns us that one clock hand for each time will overlap with a clock hand. So there it's overlapping. What is the difference between the measures of the angles formed by the hands of the clock for the two times? So essentially it's just asking us what is 5 o'clock, the 5 o'clock angle minus the 3 o'clock angle. So it also gives us a hint that there's 30 degrees between each pair of numbers. So we can find out how much each of these are. The 3 o'clock angle is going to be 1, 2, 3, 30 degrees. So 30 plus 30 plus 30, which is going to give us 90, which makes sense. That actually looks like a right angle, a 90-degree angle. And then to find the 5 o'clock one, we're going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 30 plus 30 plus 35 times, or you can just do multiplication. That's 150 degrees. So then we just need to do 150 minus 90. And we get 60 degrees. So I could say 150 degrees minus 90 degrees is going to give me 60 degrees. All right, and I hope you have your homework out and you're writing with me because I am going to grade you on this. Even though I'm giving you the answers, I still need to see that you were working through it with me. A lampshade is often sloped with the top narrower than the bottom, like this one. Top is smaller than the bottom. For the lampshade shown, the whole angle is 122 degrees. Find the measure of the unknown angle to find by how much the lampshade is sloped. Okay, so pretty much it's saying this whole angle right here is 122, and we need to find this smaller angle, which you can't really see it super well. Hopefully on your homework you can tell, but this is a 90-degree angle. So we're just going to have to do 122 minus our right angle, our 90-degree angle. And I'm going to leave that one for you to do because you know how to do that subtraction. So you are going to have to do some borrowing. All right, let's move on to the back. This is a line plot that shows the amount of cream put in a cup by each of a restaurant's lunch customers who ordered hot tea. Use the line plot for problems 1 through 3. Okay, so how many customers ordered hot tea? You just have to count the amount of dots. How many customers used more than 1 tablespoon of cream? So you count the amount of dots that are on this side, more than 1. And what is the difference between the greatest and least amount of cream the customers use? So the greatest amount is 3, and the least amount is 1/2. And just in case you don't feel comfortable doing a whole number minus a fraction, I will tell you right now it is just 2.5. 2.5, we'll say tablespoons. All right, and then here it's very similar to what you did yesterday. You're taking the entire angle, you know the entire angle, 85, subtract that one, and you'll find the unknown angle. And you do get to skip number 6. All right, since I helped you so much through the homework, and since we've done so much learning, you do have a quiz to do today. You aren't going to have to put anything in Google Classroom because I'll just have you hand it in at the drive-thru so that I can grade it there. Should be pretty simple for you, but I'll walk you through it a little bit. You need to say here which 3 angles you can put together to make 165 degrees. So pretty much which of these 3 numbers can you add up to get 165? Just do some guess and check and you will be able to figure it out. And then when you write the angle, make sure you write it correctly. So for example, if you're choosing this as one of your angles, you would say angle FGH plus angle, and then put the next one. I'm not saying that one's in it. I'm just giving you an example. Jerry measures one of 2 equal angles in the figure below. Write an addition equation to find the sum of the angles. Wait a second. It doesn't give us the whole amount. Oh, okay. I'm going to help you with this one. Let's just say that this one is M. We'll just put the variable M. And I will even actually, give me a second. I'm going to measure for you and figure out how big this thing is because I don't want this to be too challenging for you. Okay, so the entire thing, this whole thing right here, is 110 degrees. So I just want you to find the unknown angle. Find M. In the window design shown, the measure of one angle is 60 degrees. Write a subtraction equation to find the unknown angle measure. You should know how much this entire angle is. If you aren't positive, go back to the beginning of this video where I reminded you how much a straight angle is. So you're going to find the unknown angle, measure again. This question mark. And then you need to classify the triangle by its angles. You may use your homework notes for this because that was back in 8.4 where you had to look at the angles and you're going to classify it by its angles. Okay, you do not have to classify it by its sides in this one, just classifying it by its angles. All right, please let me know if you need anything. You guys are going to do awesome.